Here we have a pretty standard compound angle. We are not allowed to use a calculator, and so we begin like normal to try and draw a sketch with this fraction. You don't want to shift sign and get an exact angle, which some people get a bit too excited about. So if you can't use a calculator, it's kind of telling you draw a sketch. So I'm trying to work out which quadrant it's in, and I look here and see sine is negative. So at the moment it could be in either of those. I also see that it must be between 90 and 270. So I look which of these two is between 90 and 270, and it's this one. So now I know, okay, for this question, the sketch is going to happen in the third quadrant. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. I do Pythagoras to get the other side, and it's 3, but be very careful because a lot of people just leave it at that. You need to embrace the joy of having a Cartesian plane because it allows you to look visually and see when you've got an answer like 3, realizing that it's minus 3 because it's on the negative x axis. So here I've got my sketch, and then it's great to get used to when I see terms in brackets in trig. It could be a simple reduction like cos 180 minus x, sine 360 minus x. But when I've got different numbers that are not perfect reductions from typical grade 11, then it is compound angles. And so I've got the formula sheet here. I, with compound angles, use for sine, I think of it as Table Mountain, sine cos, cos sine, sine cos, it keeps the same sign, and then cos sine. This is great because I can, whenever there's an A, I look at the picture and the angle takes me all the way around to there, and so I'm allowed to look from the origin to get my angles. So sine A would just be opposite over hypotenuse. Cos 45 is also great because it's just a special angle. Cos A would be adjacent over hypotenuse, so minus 3 over 5, and sine 45 is also a special angle. In maths, you want to be as careful as possible just with all these little minuses and expansions. You don't want to be losing marks and heading off course because of casual mistakes. When I times this together, the LCD, the denominator, will just be 5 root 2, and for this it will also be 5 root 2. So I'm going to just put it all over 5 root 2, and all I have to do is times the top together and times the top together, which is minus 3 times this minus becomes plus 3. And if I simplify and summarize the whole answer, that is just my answer.